I'll just share a few reactions. I thought the film nailed it in a lot of ways. These are things that we've been talking about in education for years. And interestingly enough, many of the schools that were created in the 60s and 70s were created in reaction to similar issues and similar controversies. And sometimes we look at education as a cyclical process, and in looking at this film, it feels to me, who's been around a while, like we're coming back around again. So I think that's one aspect of it. The one piece that didn't seem to get a lot of attention was the political piece. There's a lot of attention for parents and for students and for teachers, but there clearly is a political piece to all of this. And as you mentioned, I sit on the teacher preparation board at the U of A, and we had a presentation recently from an ASU professor who gave us a lot of the current research on what's known as value-added evaluation. I don't know if you're all familiar with the term value-added. I know that public school teachers in the audience clearly are. But value-added evaluation of teachers is sweeping the country at the present time in many places. And based upon the new value-added models, teachers are being fired in major cities, and many of those teachers are among the best teachers in those programs. Value-added simply says that when a child goes into third grade, he takes a proficiency test. Where are you at the present time in your educational development? Toward the end of the third grade year, the child takes another proficiency test, and logic dictates that during the span of third grade, then value has been added to this child by the teacher. This is in the current vernacular. Now, what the research, and so some of us would say, well, that makes sense. That's logical. But what the research begins to really question and ask is, what about all of the other factors that have not gone noticed here in this value-added evaluation? We know from the research that a good teacher has an effect on a student for 3 years, up to 3 years. So when a child is exposed to an outstanding teacher at whatever level, that the work of that teacher continues even after that child has left that class. We know that peer relationships have a great important impact on the child at whatever level. Those are not part of the value-added model. We know that the PE teacher and the music teacher and the French teacher have a great impact on that child throughout their day. We know that the relationships that are developing in so many ways have an impact. We know that kids' learning has peaks and valleys throughout their learning experience and plateaus, and that's not part of it. And so what are we doing when we're evaluating teachers, putting pressure on teachers based upon a testing model and not taking all these other factors into consideration? My greatest admiration goes to our teachers, who in my mind are our heroes. I think they are doing a phenomenal job in so many ways, and in so many ways are taking the brunt of this controversy.